Hello, Bashar.
And to you, good day.
It's so nice to talk with you again.
And you as well.
And I'd like to express my deepest appreciation for the message you gave us last night
All right.
about your commentary and suggestions
Yes.
for our political situations.
And let me remind you that I also said that what we did was a litmus test.
Yes, right. I do remember that.
All right. Moving on.
Yes. And when you told us to vote,
Yes.
I said yes,
Yes.
because the general political situations in Japan is not so much different from that one in the US.
We understand. But we told you to vote because it's important that each of you have a voice and that you speak it. More than the idea of what that means to all of you politically, we are encouraging you to understand it's time to speak your truth in a way that is not just private, but public. And that's one way your society has of expressing the idea. So what we are actually saying underlying the political format is it's time to speak your truth publicly. Everyone.
Yeah.
Because that's what we read as the ripples that spread out from the rock we dropped in your pond with that particular transmission. Is, are you going to ride the waves? Are you going to not? This gives us a reading to let us know where your world is at with respect to the idea of open contact. And I will give you a little bit of a preview of things to come.
Okay.
In the near future, there will be a transmission from what is called, perhaps best translating into your language, the speaker for the Interstellar Alliance, who will deliver a message to you about what is going on our end with respect to what's happening on your end. That transmission will be coming up in the near future, but it ties in completely with what it is we did last night of your time in creating a resonance, in creating a ripple that is being read by billions of beings out here to see what you are and are not ready for. So, that being said, please proceed.
Okay. Well, that was actually my first question, but okay. You told us 3 years ago, you suggested to us that we would send the president of the United States postcards that said, "You for disclosure by 2020 will get your people's vote."
Yes.
And even though I'm Japanese, I did that.
Yeah, all right. Are you still doing it?
No.
Why not? I never said to stop.
Yeah, right. I know that too, because that was not my highest success.
Oh, all right. That's a good reason.
Yeah, yeah, right. And so about going to vote, I seldom go to vote because that is not my highest excitement to act on.
I understand what you're saying, but in this case, is it your highest excitement to be yourself?
Yes, that's right.
And so in this case, at this particular pivot point, it's crucial to allow yourself some version of that expression if you want to act as if you are engaged in the direction that the parallel reality you prefer in terms of its manifestation. So it's up to you to find in your imagination a way to allow it to be exciting for you, even temporarily, because this is a crucial pivot point in your history.
Yes.
And if that's not exciting, that's fine. But you may not necessarily then wind up in the parallel version of Earth that you really prefer if you don't allow yourself to engage in this moment with an opportunity to navigate yourself through that simple mechanism of speaking your truth to the idea of more acceleration in the manifestation of the reality that you prefer. It's very important at this time.
Yeah, right. So I will think about expressing my voice publicly, what it means to express my voice in public. Maybe
there are many ways to quote unquote vote.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Okay. And
Does that help?
yes, very much.
All right.
And I'm going to ask about the crystal skulls too. Again.
All right.
Um,
What about them?
I'm thinking of looking for one of the crystal skulls.
Go right ahead. I'm not stopping you.
Yeah, right. So
I already told you where you could find one of them.
Yeah, right.
In the northeastern United States or Canada, called Sequoia.
Well, I will go to the place which is much closer to where I live.
So that would be either Tibet or Thailand?
Yes, that's right.
All right. Are you going for Shan or Tet?
Tet.
Oh, all right. You're going to Thailand.
Yes, right. And could you spell out the name of the temples?
Angkor Wat.
What? Yeah, I couldn't find that in Google.
You can't find Angkor Wat?
It's not. It's different from Angkor Wat in Cambodia, I guess.
But this is the general area.
Okay, so it's
We are only referring to the general area, not necessarily the specific country,
all right.
because the skull moves around.
What do you mean by skull moving around? You mean
Either a person can carry it from one country to another, or the skull itself can transport itself from one area to another.
Yeah.
It is connected to the temple of Angkor Wat, as you say. But at the moment that we answered your question in the private session, it happened to be in Thailand.
I see. That's what you meant.
Yes.
Okay. So
We are telling you where the skull is, not where it was. But we told you that it was in Angkor Wat and was connected to that temple.
I see. So maybe it moved from Cambodia to Thailand.
Yes.
Okay.
At that moment. Who knows where it is now?
Well, I will just go to the general area around the Angkor Wat. I will walk around.
Follow your excitement, follow your passion, think and include the vibration of the idea of the skull within it, and it will call to you.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
And you told us about the high priest in Atlantean times.
Yes.
Who was very revered, and I want to ask about that individual.
No, not at this time.
Okay, I was thinking that you would say no.
You are so psyched. I am glad to produce the result that you created in your mind.
Yes. Yeah, that's right. Can I ask the archetypal energy that represents archetypal energy and energy of Kukumat skull?
The archetypal energy of Kukumats.
Yes.
Well, it has to do with the idea of extra-dimensional beings that you refer to as dragons.
Okay.
So it's ancient wisdom, ancient power, ancient insight, ancient knowledge. Yes?
Yes.
It is also connected to the concept of comets, the messengers that deliver things from one place to another.
Okay.
And cause cycles to begin and end on many planets, and seed other planets with life.
Wow. That sounds really, really primal or very significant.
Yes, it's called panspermia. The spreading of different genetic material from planet to planet through comets and asteroids. But the idea of the comet is associated, because of its fiery tail, so to speak, with the concept of the dragon as well. And they were often called dragons of the sky. It is also why many people feel, in a sense, kind of a foreboding omen when they see a comet, and associate the idea of omens in the negative sense with it, because they know from past history that many comets have been responsible for wiping out certain cultures and civilizations on your planet, such as Atlantis. And that's why you have kind of this, well, I'll just put it as a love-hate relationship with the concept of dragons.
Yeah, that's very true.
So, does that help?
Yes, that does help.
All right. Will that do?
Well, I have another question.
Of course you do.
Yes, you know that.
But let this be the last.
As you know, I'm a psychotherapist.
Yes.
And I want to ask about the First, I want to make a statement. I really appreciate it when you explained the mechanism of schizophrenia.
Yes.
You explained that in terms of coherence.
Yes, or decoherence.
Yeah, right. And could you explain from your point of view what's the difference between schizophrenia and the so-called multiple personality disorder? It's not a disorder.
More personalities are involved.
Is that it?
It's more the idea of the schizophrenic experience has more to do with the idea of multiple realities that are decoherent as whole reality perceptions, whereas multiple personality, as you used to call it, has to do more with the integration or decoherence of the different aspects of your personality individually.
Yeah, so
one is more key to the idea of the reality experience, and one is more key to the idea of the personal experience of integration.
yeah, that's what I thought too.
Oh, well, then you didn't need to ask.
I thought I would get your confirmation.
Oh, all right. Now you have it. So that was your last question.
Yeah, right.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Bashar.